Gentlemen, welcome back to MGTOW Money. Today's topic, lazy guy grabs $2,515 on Tesla in 24 hours. What is that all about? All right, before I get into what that's all about, thanks to the Patreon supporters in this channel. And thank you, the newest Patreon supporter, Golden New Yen. Thank you, sir, for supporting this channel. And oh, by the way, Patreon supporters, you looking for some extra cash? Go check out a couple of postings that I've just done on Patreon for you. One of which, if you live in about a half a dozen states within the United States, you can pick up $400 US very easily. Already done it. It's legit. It works. Number two, if you owned, past tense or still own, an iPhone 6 or 7 series, this is another simple, easy way that you might be able to put some cash into your pocket. Again, Patreon supporters, go check out those links. Before I get into today's topic also, check out the link in the video description to the book I'm going to be discussing, the general topic called The Luck Factor. Again, go into the video description, read this excellent book. I'm sure you've got plenty of time on your hands to read books. All right, let's get on to today's topic. Lazy guy grabs $2,515 on Tesla in 24 hours. I don't know about you. I'm good with an extra $2,500, especially in 24 hours. Now, first though, do you believe in luck? Yeah, the idea of luck. Hey, things are just lucky. Some people are lucky. Some people are unlucky. Typically, at least through most of my life, especially here in the, quote, Western world, we don't believe in luck. It's work hard and do this. And hey, you gotta work 80 hours and you gotta kiss ass and whatever. And you gotta do certain things and you gotta start a business. And, luck doesn't really happen, quote unquote. You make your own luck, right? Well, in contrast, that's totally different if you do some traveling outside the West. If you go out to the East, I'm talking about anywhere in Asia in this case. I'm not just talking about Japan. I'm not just talking about Taiwan. I'm talking about Southeast Asia, Central Asia, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. Their culture is much more oriented to and much more accepting of, guess what? The role of luck. Yes, they accept that you must work hard, but they also accept and they openly discuss that, guess what? Some people are lucky. And they regularly say some people just get lucky and that nobody knows the future. So yeah, you can work really hard and just get tired and not necessarily be lucky. Just like a lazy person, like I'm about to talk about in just a second, can get lucky. So let's think about this another way. Forget luck for just a second. Do you believe in randomness? Do things just sort of randomly happen? Because that's really what it is, in my opinion. Luck and randomness are interchangeable. They're two sides of the same coin. They are synonymous. I'm going to be using those terms as meaning the same thing, whether I'm talking about randomness or luck. Things just sort of happen. Some things we just can't predict. So the question you've got to ask yourself is, how do I get lucky? How do I get random things that are positive to start putting money into my pocket? How can I increase the odds that I can get FU money in the future? And I'm not talking about 40, 50 years into the future, but it's some reasonable point in the future. So I'm not working till I'm dead. How can I do that? I will be discussing with you in detail in just a moment how I, a lazy guy, self-admittedly, put $2,515 in my pocket in 24 hours approximately, and how, frankly, a lot of it was due to luck, but there was some other things involved too. Before I get to that, let me specifically call out today's sponsor, Webull. Gentlemen, is anybody paying attention to the news, what's been going on in the financial markets? I hope so if you're interested in money. Because if you have, the NASDAQ just a few days ago hit an all-time high. The NASDAQ being a tech index of all the tech stocks in the United States traded. Stocks you've probably heard of like Oh, Facebook, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, etc. It just hit an all-time high. In other words, if you would have bought it a year ago, today you would have made money. The point is, you need to learn about stocks. You need to learn about the stock market. Go to the video description today. Go to the link today for Webull. Open up a free stock market account with Webull. You put in $100. They will give you a free share of stock. No strings attached. You will get a free share of stock. You put in your $100. You leave it there a couple of days. You can take out your $100 and you will still end up with, guess what? A free share of stock. What kind of stock? I don't know, but I'll tell you some stocks that I've gotten. For example, NVIDIA. And oh, by the way, they gave me NVIDIA, I don't know, probably about a year ago. It's doubled in value. It has, I think, probably more than doubled. But anyway, it's doubled in value. They also gave me Snapchat. Let's see, they gave me Sprint. They gave me LaZY's, they make the pants. The point is, go to the link right now, open up a free account with Webull, grab your free share of stock now, get on the money train. All right, back on today's topic. Here's what I did. Here's how I put the money in my pocket. Last August, I think it was about August the 15th, 16th, so just a few weeks ago. It was on a Thursday, mid-morning. As I have done in the past, I have mentioned, I despise Elon Musk and the company he runs, Tesla. And I have nothing against the cars themselves and that type of thing. But I think that there are a lot of very questionable activities that they're involved in, etc. However, the stock was dramatically increasing, and they had recently announced that they were going to be splitting the stock on a 5-to-1 basis. And so that got me interested. So despite my misgivings and despite my distaste for the company, for the CEO, etc., I bought 100 shares of Tesla. And I did not want to do that, frankly, from an emotional standpoint. But from a logical standpoint, I did it anyway. So I not only, though, bought 100 shares of stock, I immediately turned around and sold an option on those 100 shares. I won't go into all the details on this, but I sold what's called a covered call. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. I got a premium for selling that covered call. In other words, the market immediately gave me money. Immediately, when I sold that, into my brokerage account for selling that covered call. They gave me $2,674 if you want to keep track on this. The covered call, though, expired the next day. So again, I sold it on a Thursday morning and it expires the very next day. So as long as Tesla stock stayed the same or went up in value by the next day, in other words, about 24 hours later, guess what? I was going to pocket free and clear over $2,000. And guess what happened? It did go up. It not just stayed the same, it went up. So I pocketed, after it was all said and done, $2,515 in about 24 hours. Was that luck? Yeah, it sure was. And I'm going to break this down for you, why it was luck, but also there's more to it than that, and how you can do the same thing. Listen carefully. 1, hold your opinions loosely. What do I mean by that? You got to be adaptable, man. You got to be able to change your mind. You got to be able to say, you know what, I'm wrong, or maybe I need to try something different. Again, I did not want to buy Tesla stock. I can tell you that right now. I did not want to. I do not like Elon Musk. I severely, significantly am extremely skeptical about the whole operation. However, I also saw something in terms of a potential short-term trend that I thought I could profit from. Furthermore, especially when it comes to investing, you cannot be a true believer. You cannot be a fanatic. You can't be so locked into saying, oh, I'm a crypto guy, or I'm a real estate guy. No, you're an investor. You got to be open to anything. If there's a good deal on baseball cards, and you can invest in baseball cards, you've got some unique idea, do it, man. If you've got a unique idea about, hey, I know how to speculate on wine. There's a lot of money to be made in wine and art and that type of thing. People make money investing in this stuff. You've got to be tying into number 2, keeping an open mind to learn about new investing ideas, new ways to make money. Forget about investing. How about just think about it this way? New ways to make money. It's very simple. I typically do not trade options. As a matter of fact, I before I did this Tesla deal, I think I had only done it a couple of times. Although I've traded lots of stuff in the past, I had hardly ever traded options. I think only one other time I'd ever trade a short-term option like this. So this was extremely unusual. However, I was doing an experiment, and I highly encourage you to learn about new investing ideas and to try these, what can be small experiments, small things that you can do that don't have a lot of downside, but that might have a lot of upside. So in other words, if I can make $10 and only lose $2, that's a good freaking investment. That's a good experiment. That's a good thing that you can try. 3, this is critical. Listen up closely. To be lucky, to get luck in your favor, to somehow get that good fortune, to get Lady Fortuna that the Romans used to talk about in your favor, you've got to be willing to try lots of different things. You've got to try. If you don't know anything about stocks, go open up a Webull account. Options, the same. They've got options available too. If you don't know anything about precious metals, go pull up a chart on gold and silver. Go look what they've done over the past 12 months. Oh, by the way, gold and silver both, gold in particular, I should say, just hit a couple of weeks ago an all-time high. So for any of you over the past 3 years who just happen to buy gold, just buy a little bit of gold because I've been talking about it multiple times, you're up. You've made money. Congratulations. And guess what? I think there's a lot more to it. There's going to be a lot more farther along. You're going to make a lot more money if you just hold on. And I think especially, I'll go into this in another video, in particular in silver, you're going to make a lot of money getting on silver. But again, if you don't know anything about this stuff, go read up on it. Man, go talk to people. Don't talk to your 20-year-old friends or 30-year-old friends who have no experience with this stuff. Go talk to somebody who's got experience about it. Point is, try. Experiment. Start very, very small. Paper trade even. In other words, just do fake money. They've got all these simulators. They've got all these little games you can use. There's no money at risk. If necessary, try that. The point is, in summary here, men, you want to know how to make money in many different ways. You don't just want to make money on real estate. I promise you that. I'm speaking it from experience as a real estate investor who right now is getting hammered because of this COVID stuff. You don't just want to make money in cryptos. You don't just want to make money in stocks, bonds, whatever. You want to make money in multiple different ways. You want to establish multiple streams of income. You don't want to rely on just one investment, one stream of income. If you do, if you choose to do, hey, forget all this. I've got a job. I got one stream of income. I got one investment that I'm going to do. It's going to be great. Guess what? Luck can easily turn against you and you'll be working to your 70. Gentlemen, as always, I hope you found this profitable. Hit the like button only if you did. John Galt out.